Hello world. I want to give an overview today of the Toyota Prius 4 2016. This thing is amazing. It's got so many different functions. It's like a phone when phones switched over from the old Nokias and then we started getting the touch screens and all the different functions and intuitiveness. Okay, this vehicle is just like that. These things MSRP about 25 to 27. Obviously you can knock off some packages and stuff like that to get that price down, but it's a really affordable car if you're looking to buy something that's going to save you in gas. In my case, I have to drive a lot back and forth, dropping the kids off, going to work, everything like that. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right in. I don't want to waste your guys' time. So we have the proximity remote. It's got all your basic, the lock, unlock, panic. It's also got a physical key that pops out in case for some reason the key fob fails. So what you do is you just walk up to the car, it will sense that it is in your pocket, it will unlock, and you just open the door handle. And again, to lock, there's these three, you can't hardly even see it, but you just hold your hand there and it'll lock when you walk away. So no more, you don't have to, you got grocery bags and stuff in your hands or whatever, you don't have to fiddle with a key anymore. So we're gonna get into the vehicle itself down here. It's gonna be kind of hard to see. I'm sorry, my garage is dimly lit. So what you do is you just put your foot on the brake, push the power button, and bam. Okay, the car is actually on. It will drive right now. We're gonna start off with the center console and some of this stuff. So it's got your navigation screen, Bluetooth, audio, whatever, your economy. This is, what I really like about this car is it tries to get you to drive more economically. It'll give you graphs and stuff like that. Every time the vehicle is started and then turned off, it'll generate another graph and it just gets put into the computer. And you can go back in time and see, how well you've done, how much money you saved on gas. You can enter the gas price every time you fill up if you want. I'm gonna do that for sure to see how much I'm saving. It'll tell you the energy monitor. It's kind of hard to see. I have a crappy phone. There we go. Okay, so what happens is this has it's got an electric motor, it's got a gas motor, it's also got a battery under the back seat, a giant battery, really expensive giant battery. But what happens is it'll generate electricity when you brake, when you apply the brakes. So coming to a slow halt, you'll generate electricity on the highway. Stop and go traffic, you will not consume fuel. So I think that's, nobody likes spending all this money on gas. Better for the environment, all that stuff. We've got our traffic maps. Predictive traffic maps. Obviously there's no traffic in my garage. Weather, we can generate weather maps. Boom. Looks like we got some clouds down here. The other day it was real stormy, so this was all red and covered and everything. You've got your audio, navigation, your setups. You can change all your settings and everything. You can program and do voice training for the vehicle. I haven't done any of this yet, but just letting you know that it's there. Messages, if you have your phone Bluetooth to the vehicle and every time you get a text message, you can turn it on and off obviously, but when you do get a text message, it gives you the option. It will read the text message to you so you don't have to take your eyes off the road. We've got maintenance. This is really cool. I haven't changed the oil yet, but when I do change the oil, I will enter that and then it will just tell me every time I need to change the oil. And then if I go back, I have a warranty on this, so I'm not doing all the oil changes myself. I'm just going to take it to the dealer and they'll do it for me. So I can just boom, call dealer, set up my appointment, good to go. Okay, so, you got some of your other worthless apps that they cram in there, like your iHeartRadio or whatever the hell that is. Sports, because obviously everybody wants to look at sports and stock prices on the highway. I think that's kind of stupid, but it's just, they put it in there. If you're into that kind of stuff, cool. Okay, we're gonna get into the stuff I really like, which is the Toyota Safety Sense package I put on this vehicle. I have a wife and two kids that are gonna be using this vehicle, so I want it to be as safe as possible. So right here we have lane deviation. If I put that on, what will happen is, let me get to it here. There we go, I was already on it. Okay, so there's a camera on the front that it'll determine the lines on the road as long as it can see them, and it can see them in, at nighttime or daytime, but if you're gonna get into real heavy rain or something, it might not be able to pick up the lines. But what happens is the vehicle will sense if it starts to drift out of the lane, and it will give you a warning And it does this by a pressure sensor on the steering wheel and a couple other things. It syncs up, like depressing the gas or the accelerator, the brake, or anything like that. So if you start to drift out of your lane and the driver is sleeping or unconscious or just, I don't know whatever, but for whatever reason, if the driver does not correct its steer the vehicle back in, the vehicle will actually take over and make minor adjustments with the steering wheel to keep the vehicle in the lane for a short period of time. Another feature is the anti-collision right here. Again, there's radar on the front of the car that you can set a specified distance, and it will, if you're going too fast, say you're in stop and go traffic and the car in front slams on its brakes and you just can't stop in time for whatever reason, the car will determine all this. It'll run calculations or algorithms or whatever it does, and it will stop the vehicle for you, hopefully preventing the collision or at least minimizing the damage to either yourself or the car. We've got a radar cruise control, which you can set. I'm not going to go through the whole process of setting it, but basically what it does is you set a specified distance and speed from the vehicle in front of you, and if another vehicle gets in front of you, the car will slow down automatically and speed up automatically by itself, even coming to a complete stop. And then all you got to do is flick the thing up again and it will continue going, and you don't have to have your foot, on the accelerator. So that's pretty cool. We've got voice command, got phone. You can change anything on the dash with the steering wheel, so you don't need to take your hands off in order to manipulate or control the vehicle, which I think is awesome. It's always good. Safety first. Okay, up here we have, I like to call it a hologram to make it sound more high-tech, but really it's just it just flashes and bounces, reflects off the windshield. But what we got is our miles per hour, and we have our, we've got our little economy thing over here, which is kind of hard to see. But what happens is when you're driving, it will go up, and that very last tick mark there is red, and that basically means you're using gas at that point. So as long as you stay under there, cool little feature just to let you drive more economically, and it will actually generate a score down here. When you stop the vehicle, it will tell you how well you did out of 100, and so that's kind of a fun little game, just to see if you can beat your own score, see if you can drive as economically as possible. Getting into this stuff, navigation. This system is a bit clunky. It's more like a TomTom as opposed to Google Maps. I'm used to Google Maps on my phone, so this isn't as intuitive, but if you preset all your destinations, it'll work just fine for you. It'll do its job. I foolishly tried to do this while I was leaving the dealership, and I just had a hell of a time. You can't do that while you're driving. You shouldn't do that while you're driving. Seek your tracks, all that kind of stuff. Phone. What's some other stuff we've got? It's got auto rain sensing wipers. So all you got to do is set it to automatic, and it will determine, in Missouri here, we've got unholy rainfalls that just go from a light mist to a downpour and then back to a light mist again, all within like 5-mile stretch of road. And I don't like messing with the thing. So it'll do that for you. It's also got the lights are automatic too. So if you're passing cars, it'll turn off your high beams for you so you're not blinding everybody. It'll also adjust if you go into tunnels and stuff. All the instruments panels will dim, and they'll come right back up again once you get out into the sunlight, so you don't have to mess with any of this stuff anymore. Very intuitive stuff. We've got our maintenance panel over here, and just kind of showing you what's on. Like, it's telling me I'm not wearing a seatbelt. It's telling me that the lane deviation is on, airbags are off. I gotta turn those on. I don't know why those are off. And the blind spot monitor down there, BSM. So what that is out here on the mirrors. You can't really see it too good. Yep, there you go. Okay, so you got the two cars with the signals. Those are on both mirrors, and that little indicator will actually light up orange, letting you know when a vehicle is in your blind spot. And it will do it on both sides of the vehicle. It will flash if somebody is passing behind you. So if you have some cross traffic behind you and you just don't see it, it'll let you know on the mirror there. The HomeLink garage door, all that kind of stuff. You can set that up. We got the moon roof. It's actually pretty, one of the things I was a little bit iffy about on the Prius was it looks really small from the outside, but it's actually really, really roomy. We've got room for all the kiddos stuff back there. I'm gonna go ahead and power that down. Another cool feature is the park. It's just a button, but say you pull into your garage and you stop and just turn the car off. You forgot to put it in park. The computer will adjust and it'll put it in park for you. It won't let you it's not gonna let the car just roll away. This is kind of cool for you guys with those new phones. This is a QI wireless charger. Oops, I don't have the power on. So you just set your phone on this thing and it will charge your phone wirelessly while you're driving. Cup holders, obviously, everybody needs a cup holder. We'll give you guys a view of the back. It's got plenty of room. I like how much room it has. The trunk is surprisingly large. I mean, I know, again, I apologize for the lights. I know you guys can't really see anything, but let me just put my arm back there. Okay, so you got quite a bit of space back there for whatever you need. I mean, it's not a hauling vehicle. It's not meant to be carrying a whole huge load of stuff, but it definitely has room if you got some extra bags or something that you need to put back there. What else can we show you guys? It's got the different drive modes, so you can put it into economic mode and it will automatically adjust the air conditioner and everything to save you some more on gas. You can put it into power mode, which will it'll make the car a bit more agile. So if you live in a mountainous region and you're going up and down hills and you really want a crisper steering and better accelerating, one of the things about the Prius, since it is a hybrid, I mean, we're not going to be able to escape it. It's not a performance race car, okay? It's made to save you some money on gas. And so you can put it in and it'll help you out a little bit. But everybody knows the Priuses, they're slow to accelerate a bit. But you know what? I don't really care. So you're just going to have to go around me. So suck it. All right. Oops. Okay, so I forgot about that. I left the car on, and what happens is if you close your door, it'll let you know. It's like, hey, you didn't turn me off. Okay, so we're gonna go back in. I'm sorry, Prius, we're gonna turn you off. Boom. Whoop. All right, now she's happy. All right, so that covers most of the stuff. It's got a rear backup camera. I forgot to cover that. I just like all the different safety features it has. That Toyota Safety Sense package is phenomenal. Again, it's carrying important cargo, so I don't want anything to happen to my family, and this vehicle has some added safety features that I didn't even know existed personally until I started looking into this that hopefully we will never have to use, but could prove to be very useful. Up front, it's got an automatic I don't know how to describe that. It'll close these vents if it doesn't need the air into the system to cool the engine. It'll do it automatically by itself. We talked about the rain sensing. We talked about the radar, cruise control, backup cams. There is an additional package that I did not put on personally because it was just too much for what it was. It upgrades all your speakers. The system sounds really nice. I test drove that vehicle before deciding to get this one. It gives you nicer speakers. It gives you a couple extra features like if you're backing up, I don't know what they call it, but if you're backing up and you're about to hit, I don't know, a parking barrier or something like that, it'll warn you and it won't let you. It'll actually stop the vehicle before you hit something. The other one was parallel parking assist, which all you got to do, apparently, I didn't use it, but all you got to do is pull up next to the spot you would like to parallel park in, set it, and the computer will park the car by itself. That's getting a little bit sentient for me. I don't really want my car to just start driving itself around and doing that kind of stuff, but I do like all the added safety features. I think Toyota is doing a really good job putting these cars together, making them look a little bit more sporty. They don't look, as crappy as the first Prius looked like shit. I'm not gonna lie. It was an ugly car. It was not a very attractive car. This thing is a little bit sportier. The back end is pretty boxy. I'm not a boxy kind of guy. I kind of like it to look a little bit aerodynamic. So this vehicle was it's getting there. It's getting there, but you know, aesthetics come second to safety. So that's all I got right now. These things are great. They're great cars. They're really affordable, and they're going to save a ton of money in gas. What I didn't show you is that, and I will go show you real quick. When I purchased this vehicle, we were at 56 miles per gallon, and what has happened is it's just keep going up. Every day I get in it, it goes up a little bit more. As you can see, I'm at 58.1 miles per gallon now. So that's amazing. You can't argue with that. So that's all I got, everybody. But I just wanted to give a little overview. There was a lack of information out there, and when I was researching this vehicle, other than, you know, the Toyota ads, but you know, there's definitely a motive there to preach about the car. So I've never been a Toyota guy. I've always had trucks and Chevys and Dodge, and you know, Dodge is my company. I really like Dodge. But you know what? I just can't, the gas is not there anymore. So I decided to switch over to this. It's a nice little family car. It gets up and goes. I showed you guys the locking thing. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off. You guys have a good day.